Good evening guys. I've been looking at recently getting a drill press, but for one reason or another I just can't get one at the moment. So as an alternative I've come up with getting one of these little drill presses. It's only £20 from Amazon. Let's have a look how it gets on. So looking at this straight out of the box, it's only got a couple of bits, which means it should be nice and easy. Seems to have a base, 2 guide rails, chuck, handle and a chuck key, so we can put the drill bits in. Let's see how long this takes to put together then. Right, so there we go. Very easy to put together. It's took me about 4 minutes looking at the recording time. What I will say so far is this cheap. Whether it's crap, let's wait and see. Certainly the handle on the side, I can't see that lasting too long. I think I might have to do something with that one. The chuck went on nice and easy. I am left with one bolt, and I can't see for the life of me where that'd go. I'm not a fan of instructions, but I might check this time, except there isn't any. But that being said, this actual assembly, other than this one bit, was quite easy and straightforward. Now let's try check it out and see how it gets on. So now I'm just going to have a quick look at how easy it is to set up. So I've got a 9mm bit I'm going to put into the chuck, make sure that's drilling straight, and it is. So I'll tighten it up with the key, get it to hand tightness. The drill goes on nice and easy, make it tight, and that's as simple as it is. My only problem with it is that there's a slight imbalance. The drill's wanting to fall backwards due to the weight of battery. I don't plan on ever letting go of it and leaving it like this, or if I did, I would sit it down like this. Either that or I could move to a 2 amp battery from a 5, that would take some of the weight out of it. So now we're just going to be looking at how it drills. Get a scrap of wood, I'm going to bring that in and just give it a quick go. So it has drilled quite a nice little hole. It's nice and clean, it looks nice and straight. There are some issues with this though, I'll be honest. All the depth stops, everything's a little bit cheap. I think, looking at it, it's about 20 quid's worth of value. Hopefully on some of the pieces I've got, like I've got some threaded inserts to go in on a table soon, where I need to be drilling at 90 degrees and I can't do it dead eye. This should hopefully help a little bit. So I'll put it through its paces some more and we'll see how it gets on. Well, there we have it. I've put it through its paces for about half an hour and had a bit of a play around with it. It really don't need any more checking than that, because this is never going to be a great piece of kit. It's got its limitations, its build quality being one, but it's £20 for an Amazon tool. You know, how much do you expect for that? Looking at it itself, I would grease up the bars because they were a little bit tight and a little bit catching. Bit of WD-40, I know that didn't go great then, but it has greatly improved it. The handle's held up nicely. It is still cheap, I probably still will replace it, but it does what it needs to. It gives you something to hold on to whilst you're drilling down from above. I've tried it on a couple of different pieces of material. Tried it on a piece of plywood, I did great on that. I've tried it on even stuff like some melamine. Worked absolutely fine. For those of you that's ever tried to drill freehand onto melamine, you know what a nightmare it is as you drill chases around the piece and you never get where you want. this allowed me to centre it right on the mark, so I'm quite happy with that. So like I said, this thing has its limitations. It's going to have some places where it's good, some places where it's not really that suitable. Okay, so small thin strips that you would traditionally do on a drill press, it's not going to replace that. The base itself is too big, it's too wobbly, and it's top heavy, so it's never going to be great for anything like that. Where I can see it being really useful is on sheet goods, the sort of material where you're not going to fit underneath the drill press because there's simply not enough room. For me, I've started building a couple of coffee tables and stuff like that. I can flip them upside down, I can put this on, centre it on my mark and drill it in. It's much better than what I have been doing, because I'll be quite honest, I've got some wonky holes on a few of my first ones, so this should hopefully improve that. I can get down some threaded inserts and then I'll be able to screw my legs in nice and tight, and everything should work out a lot better than it does at the moment. So overall, I think for £20, it's a nice little gadget to have. Time will tell how much I use it, but first impressions, value for money, it's there. You get £20 worth of kit. It's going to have some uses for me, but it's not going to solve everything that a drill press would. So it'll put me on for now and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.